thank all of the presiding elders and every AME throughout the conventional church, particularly here in the state of South Carolina. You have supported Mother Emanuel and the Charleston area in the state of South Carolina. And for that, we say thank you. I say thank you on behalf of the officers and members of Mother Emanuel. Having said that, let me thank Presiding Elder Coleman and this panel and all of the presiding elders for pulling together, along with Dr. Parrott, such a panel discussion that needs more time to share throughout the state of South Carolina how we deal with grief. Grief allows us to have access to the freshness of God's grace. And because of God's grace, becomes amazing to the world. That's why folk can't understand us, because they don't understand our daddy. Before I sit down, let me say this, because there's so much to be said. So many folk are offering so many things to help us, which is good, because it brings about the beloved community and bringing us together. That's what God is revealing to us for such a time as this. And the AME Church is taking leadership and bringing the world together. And some of our brothers and sisters who were trying to bury the AME Church name, trying to become something other than what our foreparents had called us to be. They want to be called something other than African Methodist Episcopal. Now they're turning on the lights on the AME Church. I'm AME. Be proud who God has called you. In 2 Chronicles 7 chapter 14 verse, we know what we must do. What do we call? We're called Christian if my people who are called by my name. We got to get off our high horse and stop doing the work. So as I sit down, let me say this. God has a lot of work for us to do. And as we move forward, let's move forward together. Because God is revealing something that has always been there. He's doing a new thing through us. And there is a table where there's a seat for everybody. It's called the table of communion. Regardless of color, zip code and area code, you're welcome to the table of the beloved community. And when we do this, we don't have to try to run up in front of some television camera to make headlines. We're just trying to do God's will and trying to make headway. So thank you for everything, and turn to your neighbor and say, stay tuned. The annual conference will be held at Mother Emanuel. Bible study will happen everywhere. And the God of the church is still